Welcome to Fred Achando Analysis, ladies and gentlemen. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell and like our videos. Guys, you can also support the channel by sending some coffee, as little as you can. To those who sent me some coffee today without calling your names, I'm really humbled. I have realized that there are several allies of William Ruto who have stood with him, but they are changing tune. Some of them are talking to him directly to criticize some of his dirty moves. But there is another group of his allies who send him coded messages. They don't want to talk to him directly. One of them is the city lawyer, Nasir Leak, a very controversial lawyer, one who speaks his mind. It doesn't matter whether you like him or not. I have studied some of his statements of late. Anytime he wants to pass a message to President William Ruto, Abdullahi will tend to speak to the opponent. He will be chiding the opponent, but at the same time ensuring that the message goes to either President Ruto, Martha Koome, or Parliament, the three arms of the government. Now, a few hours ago, the city lawyer had the following to say. He was saying that the tax debate is held, and I'm most grateful to Mama Ngina Kenyatta for giving the way forward. But why are we avoiding the more germane question, which is, what is the source of this vast wealth in the midst of abject poverty, and how was it acquired? Or is this a nuclear weapon that can ban Kenya? That tweet is a reaction to Mama Ngina's statements after the state accused him of evading taxes. And Mama Ngina said that tax issues are not things that you can play politics with. And he said that it is the responsibility of every Kenyan to pay taxes. So after this, she beat those who are trying to follow her and lying about her, because the president himself on Sunday went and said that we have now agreed to pay, everyone has now agreed to pay taxes. But then Nasir Leak is even asking a more fundamental question. He is asking that even though we have all agreed to pay taxes, which of course I think no one had ever declined to pay taxes, because Mama Ngina was explaining very well that she had paid every tax, and that if there was any proof that she had not paid even for a single month or a single year, then she was ready to offer her pieces of property to compensate for it. So the city lawyer is saying this. There is even a more fundamental question over and above the fact that we are paying taxes, that there are people with a huge amount of money, large amount of land, and Abdullahi is saying that why can't we go beyond and ask, in the midst of abject poverty, when Kenyans are going through tough times, where did some of these families, where did some of these people marshal their wealth? Now, I know, depending on your political divide, you will react to those statements differently. There are those who will be asking or saying that Abdullahi was asking the Kenyatta family where they got their money, their pieces of land, and all that wealth. But I can assure you, from where I sit, this is what we call critical intelligence. Why? You want to ask tough questions, but you don't want to mess up with your friends. So what do? You ask the Kenyatta family this question, but who told you that this question is restricted to one person? Because in his tweet, he did not call anybody's name. He simply said that we need to ask the most fundamental question, where we got the wealth. want to say this. This question is directed to William Samoei Ruto himself. One, we need to declare our wealth. All state officers must come and tell Kenyans how they acquired their wealth. We have noted that sometimes people are appointed into offices when they are worth maybe 200,000 shillings. But within a year or so, they are owning the best buildings in town. I'm talking about corruption, ladies and gentlemen. Recently, we were shocked that the net worth of the William Ruto cabinet is 15.26 billion Kenyan shillings. I'm not talking of million, ladies and gentlemen. You got me right. 15.26 billion Kenyan shillings. And Abdel Nasir is asking, where did they get this money in the midst of abject poverty? From the top, William Ruto himself, to Rigathi Gachagua, to all the cabinet ministers. This is a fundamental question that every Kenyan must ask. Where did they get it? And you see, saying this is a nuclear that can explode and burn Kenya. Why did he say so? He knows very well that everyone is affected. Everyone. If you start following the nitty-gritties of how these people got their money, I can assure you that you will end up nowhere. They won't allow you. And this is the reason why the city lawyer is asking this question to William Samoei Ruto. There are several cases that have been dropped. People who are in this government, either involving land, tax evasion, some of the Ruto allies whose companies were locked and were sealed with the logo of KRA, Kenya Revenue Authority, and was under the watches of the DCI. The companies have been opened up. They are now operating. We don't know whether they have paid those taxes. And this is the question that is being asked. Are we following the law when the cases have been dropped? Because if someone is in arrears of maybe $1 billion tax evasion and you leave him scot-free, he's now enriching himself with that billions of shillings. So this question could have come at a better time, ladies and gentlemen, and we need to continue asking. The last one, I was shocked and I analyzed on this channel that there are Ruto allies, friends of President William Samoei Ruto, who have got arrears of 15 billion Kenyan shillings in tax evasion and cases that have been dropped. And when the DPP was asked, he was saying that he didn't get enough evidence and some of these cases were politically motivated during the Uhuru era, but the cases have gone. 15 billion. Are Kenyans getting value for their sweat? Because this is our money and it goes down the drain. We need to start asking that question, and William Ruto should lead from the front to declare his wealth, Rigathi Gachagua, and all these people, so that we can live in a safe nation. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you make of this tweet? Do you think it is a fundamental question? From where you sit, do you think we have an impeccable government? Do you think our government is not messing up with public coffers? Share with me in the comment section. That is my take.